Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. Tyrese Haliburton saying yes to the Golden State Warriors? That's the kind of NBA rumor that sets the internet on fire and the fan bases into complete chaos. Now, to be clear, nothing is officially signed. Nothing is finalized. And technically, this is all still in that foggy realm of speculation. But when we say the buzz is real, we mean it's loud, and it's growing louder by the day. Sources close to league executives have whispered that Haliburton, the Indiana Pacers all-star point guard and one of the smartest, most creative floor generals in the league, has given a verbal nod toward joining the Warriors. Not a contract, not a trade request, but a willingness, a green light. That's monumental. Why? Because Golden State, while aging, still boasts the championship. Pedigree that most players dream of. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and possibly even Klay Thompson represent legacy. And adding Haliburton to that core, that could mean a terrifying renaissance for the Dubs. But this isn't just about what Haliburton brings, it's also about what he wants. He's not just looking to win, he wants to lead. And in Golden State, that opportunity might be closer than ever before. Let's unpack why this rumor has legs. First, the timing. Haliburton has just wrapped up a season where he led the league in assists for a large portion, elevated the Pacers to a surprising Eastern Conference Finals run, and proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's not just a rising star, he's a full-blown franchise cornerstone. But despite that playoff push, murmurs have persisted all season long about Haliburton's long-term contentment in Indiana. It's not that he's unhappy, at least not publicly. He's praised the organization, the fans, and his teammates. But the whispers suggest something deeper, that Haliburton's ambitions might exceed what the Pacers can provide in the short term. Enter the Warriors, a team at a crossroads with an aging core and a front office that knows the window isn't shut yet, but is definitely creaking. The idea of bringing in a young superstar, someone with both the skill and the IQ to mesh with their system, is intoxicating. And Haliburton fits the bill perfectly. He's unselfish, electric in transition, a wizard in the pick and roll. And crucially, he respects the game's history. What better mentor than Steph? Now, let's be very clear here. No one's saying Haliburton is demanding a trade. This isn't a Damian Lillard situation or a James Harden saga. Haliburton isn't holding anyone hostage. This rumor revolves around a key idea. If the Warriors were to put together a package that entices the Pacers, Haliburton would be open to the move. That's different from forcing his way out. That's strategic openness. And it matters because when a player of his caliber shows that kind of interest in a franchise, it often sets off a chain reaction. Front offices take note. Agents begin maneuvering. Suddenly, a quiet offseason starts to feel like a powder keg. And for Golden State, that kind of signal is massive. They're looking to extend their championship window, but also transition to the next era. Chris Paul is likely on a way out. Jordan Poole is gone. Klay Thompson's future is in limbo. The Warriors need a new engine. And Haliburton, at just 24, could be that perfect blend of youth and polish to carry the franchise into its next dynasty phase. What would this mean for the Warriors' identity? That's a fascinating question. Golden State built its legacy around spacing, shooting, and ball movement, a system that Haliburton was born to thrive in. His court vision is arguably top 3 in the league. He sees passing angles most players don't even think about. And his ability to manipulate defenses with hesitation, dribbles, floaters, and no-look assists is a basketball purist's dream. But here's the kicker. He can shoot. And not just shoot, but shoot with range and efficiency. He's not Steph, of course, but he doesn't need to be. What he can do is allow Steph to play off ball more often, extending Curry's career and turning him into an even deadlier perimeter threat. Imagine lineups where Haliburton runs point, Curry works off screens, and defenses are forced into pick-your-poison scenarios. Add Draymond's passing, Wiggins slashing, and a healthy Klay. That's an orchestra? It's beautiful chaos. And defensively? Haliburton's length and anticipation would mesh perfectly with the Warriors' switch-heavy schemes. He's not a lockdown defender, but he's smart. He knows how to rotate, how to bait passes, how to gamble and recover. But hold on, what would Indiana want in return? This isn't 2K. The Pacers aren't just going to hand over their franchise player for peanuts. The asking price would be steep. Think Jonathan Kuminga. Think Moses Moody. Think multiple first-round picks, maybe even a swap or two. It might even include Andrew Wiggins' contract just to make the money work. And even then, it's not guaranteed. Indiana bites. They're building something strong. They've got Benedict Mather and Miles Turner, and now TYRESE Walker making noise. Rick Carlisle is a seasoned coach with a knack for developing young players. So unless they're blown away by the offer, and unless Haliburton signals more than just openness, they might prefer to keep building. But here's the catch. If Haliburton's camp quietly starts nudging the front office, expressing interest in playing for a contender, that could change the calculus. The NBA is a star-driven league, and when stars want out, softly or otherwise, things move. It wouldn't be immediate, but it would plant the seed. And that seed, if watered by just the right combination of public pressure and front office vision, can grow fast. Let's not forget the role of Steph Curry in all this. He may not be the loudest recruiter, but don't underestimate the gravity of his presence. Players want to play with Steph. They want to learn from him. And Haliburton, by all accounts, admires Curry's game immensely. There's mutual respect there. When a younger player gets the chance to be mentored by a two-time MVP, four-time champion, and the greatest shooter of all time, it can be the kind of opportunity that changes careers. And from the Warriors' perspective, bringing in a guard like Haliburton isn't just about stats. It's about legacy. It's about preparing for the post-Curry era with someone who embodies many of the same values. Team-first mentality, unselfish play, leadership, and a deep understanding of basketball nuance. This wouldn't just be a player joining a team. It would be a passing of the torch, done quietly, gracefully, and with intention. Imagine the optics of Steph running next to Haliburton, smiling as a kid runs the show. That's not just good basketball. That's good storytelling. That's dynasty building 2.0. Oh, but naturally there are obstacles to this budding saga. Salary cap constraints are a big hurdle for Golden State, who have navigated a labyrinth of financial decisions over the past few seasons. The Warriors have been careful not to mortgage their future too much on short-term gains, but bringing in a star like Haliburton could require some creative maneuvering. That might mean moving contracts around, waiving players, or even betting on a sign and trade scenario to make salaries align. On top of that, the Pacers would demand value, and the Warriors front office, led by Bob Myers, would have to pull off a deal that pleases both the present and the future. Another wrinkle is Haliburton's own preferences. Would he be content coming off the bench initially to ease into the Warriors system? Or does he want to be the unquestioned lead guard right away? The Warriors hierarchy isn't simple, and fitting a young superstar into an established system is never a guaranteed success. But rumors like these suggest both sides are willing to explore. And that's why the NBA world is buzzing with excitement and skepticism at the same time. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Meanwhile, the impact on the Pacers roster and strategy would be seismic if Haliburton departs. Indiana's rebuilding timeline would accelerate, forcing the front office to pivot quickly. They might double down on their young core, leaning heavily on Benedict Mathurin's explosive potential and TYRESE Walker's defensive promise. Perhaps Miles Turner could be used as a centerpiece in a larger trade package. Or maybe the Pacers will target veteran free agents to stabilize the locker room in the short term. There's no doubt Haliburton's departure would leave a leadership vacuum, both on and off the court. His calm demeanor and clutch play have become pillars for the team, and replicating that presence is a challenge. It's possible Indiana views this as an opportunity to gather assets for a more sustainable future rather than cling to short-term success. But the ripple effects on the Eastern Conference would be significant too. If the Pacers lose their star and the Warriors add one, the power balance in the West and East could shift dramatically, setting the stage for new playoff rivalries and altered playoff paths. In terms of timing, the next few months will be critical. The NBA offseason is a whirlwind of rumors, signings, and trades, and this situation could unfold quickly or drag on for months with no definitive resolution. With free agency looming, Halliburton's camp will be carefully weighing options, gauging the Warriors' seriousness, and potentially exploring other suitors who might offer a better deal or more prominent role. The Warriors, for their part, will need to decide how aggressive they want to be in pursuit of this potential game changer. Will they be willing to sacrifice future flexibility for immediate title contention, or will they play a long game, quietly, courting Halliburton and positioning themselves as the prime destination in years to come? Social media chatter and insider reports will only fuel speculation, and fans across the league will be watching every tweet, every cryptic comment, and every front office move for clues. The drama, as they say, is just beginning, and in the NBA, these stories can pivot overnight. If we zoom out and consider the bigger picture, this rumor reflects the evolving nature of player movement in the modern NBA. Superstars like Halliburton aren't just athletes, they're brands, decision makers, and key stakeholders in their own careers. The league is shifting away from loyalty toward opportunism, and players are more willing than ever to explore new markets, teams, and systems that maximize their value and legacy. Golden State represents a tantalizing combination of past glory and future potential, and that mix is appealing to someone like Halliburton, who craves both winning and personal growth. This rumor, therefore, isn't just about basketball skills or trade mechanics. It's about identity, ambition, and the ongoing quest for greatness. If Halliburton truly does say yes to the Warriors, it could signal a new era not only for the franchise but for the league's power dynamics. The ripple effect on contracts, coaching strategies, and fan engagement would be profound. This is more than a rumor, it's a narrative waiting to be written. So, what's the final takeaway? Here? While nothing is set in stone, the buzz around Tyrese Halliburton and the Golden State Warriors is very much alive and breathing. For fans hungry for exciting off-season drama, this possibility is tantalizing. It combines the allure of a fresh superstar joining a storied franchise with the intrigue of how both teams might reshape themselves afterward. Whether Halliburton ultimately signs, stays put, or pulls the NBA world into an entirely different direction remains to be seen. But the fact that such a rumor exists at this intensity speaks volumes about the shifting tides in professional basketball. Keep your eyes peeled for updates, because if the Warriors and Halliburton truly align, the NBA landscape as we know it could be transformed dramatically. The future might just be golden again, with Halliburton at the helm steering the ship. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.